Those vegan guys. I thank you.
Well, hello, my darlings. It's a bit darker than my Instagram picture. Mind you, it's dark in this lamp. Well, it's not dark, but we don't have a lot of light in here. Anyway, Luke, it's homemade soup and oven chips done in the air fryer. As I've mentioned before, oven chips done in the air fryer gets rid of most of the oil that comes on them, so they end up about 3% fat. Which is really, really good. The soup is just a huge amount of carrots, a good couple of handfuls of red lentils and stock, and I've put some coriander in there, some salt, some garlic powder, a bit of cumin powder, and the cracked black pepper on the top there. So yes, tonight it's a homemade soup, just water, homemade soup because it's a lot of liquid. Homemade soup and chips, darling. Absolutely delicious. Looks a bit like tomato, doesn't it? Honestly, it's not. It's carrot and red lentil. Husband. Carrots and red lentil. Dinner. Good evening, my loves. Wednesday evening. I'm trying to get used to using these smaller but much deeper bowls than the white bowls we would normally have curry and stuff in, and I think we're doing quite well. This is the Caribbean pineapple and black bean stew from Hench Herbivore's cookbook. Go straight by, Gemma. And we've got a huge bowl each with some rice, wholemeal rice that I've just boiled with some salt, pepper, turmeric and some cumin seeds. So there you go, the beautiful, the delightful Caribbean pineapple black bean stew. So feel plant-based, don't you know? Hello, my lovelies. Have you watched yesterday's vlog? Yes, I do have the same top on. I don't change my clothes every day when I'm just sitting in the house, because that'd be daft, wouldn't it? I hope that you enjoyed those last two meals there. They were very nice meals. It's today day 11 or was no 9 and 10. Anyway, we are well on this journey now. I did want to say this because I don't want people to go off the channel and think, oh, they're going to become all whole food plant-based now, and that's all they'll do. No, we're still having what we call treat meals, and we're still having convenience meals. In fact, as part of this whole more whole food plant-based journey, one of the first meals I did was my stovetop sausage casserole. So yeah, you know, it's the reason we're leaning much more this way is, number one, I wanted to lose weight, and we just wanted to start being healthier and eating healthier and watching out for ourselves more. But it's also turned out to be incredibly cost effective, like incredibly cost effective. The soup that I made the other night was pence, and we had a good dinner from it. I took Mum a good portion down for her dinner, and Jason's took it to lunch at work today, and it was, you know, a bag of carrots and a couple of handfuls of red lentils. I'm getting my head around the Instant Pot, and thank you, so many of you you beautiful people, you've sent me charts, you've tried to give me information in the comments, and it was a lot of it was information overloading. And for anyone out there who is scared of, not scared of beans, that sounds really stupid, but has always been wary of using dried ingredients because of the whole, because what you hear is, you must soak things because it gets rid of the poison. There's poison in things if you don't soak them first. And, you know, that may be true if you don't have an Instant Pot. That's what I'm beginning to learn here. The black beans that I also cooked in the Instant Pot from dry for the stew last night, took exactly 25 minutes like I'd seen on a chart. No soaking, straight in the Instant Pot, 25 minutes later, well, cooked. And a lot of lentils and stuff are so much less time than that. One of our lovely members of that vegan group on Facebook has put a chart in there as well, which I referenced the other day. There's so many, but thank you, everybody. So if you've been with us since the start of this journey, you'll note that many of the meals that I mentioned we would be eating over this period, we have in fact eaten. We haven't eaten the vegetable stew yet, which is still in the freezer, so that's a possible for this coming week. But now here's what I'm trying to do, because I've got this abundance of dried beans and stuff, and I've got 2 packs of tofu in the fridge, one medium, one firm, both 600 grams. I'll get to that because I've kind of planned for that, how I can use that. And I've got about 5 blocks of tempeh in the freezer and one in the fridge right now, because I'm planning to do some tempeh bacon and some tempeh vibs. I'm saying that instead of ribs, because we've had tempeh ribs from the supermarket and I realised it would just slap the tempeh in a sauce, like a mega sauce. I don't know what I thought they were, we just tried them, but tempeh is so cheap. So you'll know that if you have been with us from the start, we hit most of those meals that we said we were going to. So I've done it again, based on the tofu and the tempeh and the fact that I've got loads of dried beans and things. So I've got a lentil lasagna, which I've already done on a live. Did I do it on a live video? Yeah, I did. Did it on a live video. I'll whack it up there if you want to see it. It was really good. Made the white sauce and it was lovely. Full vegan breakfast with the tempeh bacon that I'll make with some of the block of tempeh that I've got. So that will be one of the firm silken tofu that you get in a box from Aldi. It does actually make just the perfect amount of scrambled tofu for 2 people. Whack a bit of veg in there, some peppers or whatever beforehand, and then that, mixed with your black salt and your turmeric. Lovely. Probably some tinned beans, or maybe I will look into getting, because the haricot, aren't they? I might look into getting some dried haricot beans, and just having a go at doing my own baked beans as well. I've done baked beans before. I've done my barber's recipe and I've done my own recipe for baked beans, but from tinned and make sauce. Anyway, mini quiches again. So each of the packs of tofu, I've got one medium, one firm, both 600 grams, comes in 3 blocks. There's 3 blocks in each packet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one firm and one medium for the mini quiches, I think. Yeah, I don't need one of those boxes of tofu. They're shelf stable, leave them there. 2 medium I'm then going to use for the scrambled tofu, because that will be a bit too much. That's like 400 grams of scrambled tofu. So maybe a quarter of one of the medium blocks I'll leave off. I won't cook it as tofu scramble. I'll recrumble it in half of it after for tofu salad. Bit of mayo, which again has been done on a video. I'll just keep linking up there. Any videos I mention, I'll link up there. Buddha bowl. Because as you'll have noticed, we're not eating a lot of grains, and I've got plenty of grains in. I've got we had rice last night, but we've got couscous, giant couscous, quinoa, bulgur wheat, plenty. So Buddha bowl would be some kind of grain. Avo, got some avos in the fridge at the moment. fresh wedges of pepper, lovely salad, maybe a tahini sauce. Derek from Cinnamon Nutrition do one with the other day, and Crystal was like, God, that's so creamy. And basically all it was tahini, water, and then whatever, flavourings you want, and it looked gorgeous. So there's an idea for a sauce, crispy baked tofu. So that's with the other 2 blocks of firm tofu. They'll become crispy baked tofu, which often, because it's a lovely way to serve it, with just rice, brown rice. Oh, well, that's all we have, brown rice, unless I buy like those packet ones for convenience now and again. Almost always brown rice, with a bit of spring onion chopped in there, and broccoli with sesame seeds. Oh, and then I thought, if I do another batch of chickpeas, and I do a bigger batch of chickpeas than I did last time, so let's say 1.5 cups maybe from dry, or maybe up to 2. What I can then do, you see, I can do hummus, falafel and tuna again. And if you didn't see them, I'll link that up there. But I can also do Spanish chickpea stew. Sans the oil, or I might just use table, because I don't want it to become the devil to me. Do you know what I mean? It just is in some things. But haven't used oil at all. I used some spray oil for the falafel in the air fryer, so they didn't stick too much, and that's it. I haven't used oil for anything since this journey began. So for breakfasts the last few days, I've changed it up a bit, because I realised what I was doing in the morning, which I suppose is what I've always done, but in a more enjoyable. But I'm never really that hungry in the morning, and a crumpet was a much smaller thing to eat than a big bowl of porridge, because just a basic bowl of porridge, recommended serving size, it's quite a lot. It's substantial. Anyway, in the morning what I've been doing, I've been having my lemon water, followed by a big mug of coffee, 2 slices of watermelon and a handful of blueberries. That's my breakfast. And then some days it's been around 11 o'clock, other days it's been around 1 o'clock, so it is my lunch. Then I've been having porridge, and a really good, like, sizable portion, of porridge. And I've tried it in the pan, and I've tried it in the microwave, and I've tried it as overnight oats in the fridge. And I don't like overnight oats, sorry to say, because I don't like them cold. I know you can warm them up in the morning, but yeah, it's not for me. Just not. I like a big warm bowl of porridge. And so far today I had chocolate and is there a picture here? Maybe chocolate with a few sunflower seeds, and put some frozen berries in, and then waited for them to kind of melt, and then smushed them up. So I waited ages, so it looks right dry on top, and it's not. It was gorgeous. So I've done fruit and chocolate. I've done just kind of chocolate. I'm sweetening no longer with coconut sugar or sugar. I'm using the lovely John's tip from Germany. Cheers, John. First time I did it, I just put 5 dates, sans pips, in the NutriBullet with a bit of water, whizzed it up, kept it in the fridge. This time I did it in boiling water first, so they got really soft. Whizzed it up, keep it in the fridge. That's my sweetener for my porridge. So my porridge, load of date sweetener, my milk, I've done apple chunks and cinnamon. Gorgeous. So gorgeous. And I'm just really enjoying a bowl of porridge again. You know, really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying my evening meals, and even more really enjoying my evening meals sans bread. I mean, the other night, soup and chips and 1 slice of bread for me. It's a 3 bread meal on a usual day. 1 slice of bread and I was fine. So yeah, there's my little list. That might be my thumbnail. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying eating better. And feeling better. Oh, and as for the wine, hey, get this is quite good, this. We still haven't got to the point where we're going even a day without, I'm going to be brutally honest, and we know that has to come soon. What we have done is we don't drink wine with dinner anymore. We have a HWR like we used to, but then we have a glass of light wine later on to unwind, a good hour after dinner, or more even, because dinner is dinner and a glass of water and maybe a HWR, but usually sometimes just water, followed by a coffee and a mint, then followed by a glass of wine. If you think that's not enough, good for you. We think it's a major, well, it is a major change for us. It is a major change for us. It is. You know, you have to own that. It is. And it's working out much better, and I'm enjoying planning. I'm enjoying the process of coming up with a load of, based on what I've got in my fridge and what I've got in my freezer and what can I work with. And I've got my Instant Pot, and it's miraculous when it comes to beans and lentils, you know, all of that. And we love all of that. We love how that food tastes. So what did I want to ask for tips on? There was something I wanted to ask for tips on. What was it? Oh, with the lentils, a lot of people have said about this lentil flatbread. Is it just, is it blitzed lentils and flour? Like, because you can do that with sweet potato, you know, cooked sweet potato. Which problem is you can do it with normal potato as well. Oh, that way you could do potato and chive flatbreads, couldn't you? Fresh chopped chives, cold mashed potato, flour, dough, pan fry. Oh, and curry as well. I wanted to do the curry again because I'm so bloody impressed. Genuinely really impressed with the curry I made for the mukbang. It was a beautiful sauce, inspired by the lovely Leanne in Wales, who was like, Paul, it's dead easy to do your own curry sauce, and I did it made a paste with a kind of coconut milk, and it was outstanding. I called it Cormaloo. What happens when Korma and Vindaloo meet. So I've got that to do on a vlog at some point soon with the yogurt based, we use cocoa yogurt based flatbreads, but I might change that up a bit. I might do a yogurt one and a potato one, I don't know, we'll see. And the whole food plant-based journey, which, by the way, if you're one of those people who's like, you used a teaspoon of gravy powder, that's not whole food plant-based, piss off, and when you've crawled out your own ass, come back. That's not what this is about. Such pious freaking vegans out there. Get a grip of yourself. Like, get a grip of yourself. You put more people off than you do bring them in. And if that's what you're aiming to do, well done, you're hurting animals. Well done, you. How proud you must be. No, because there's just some really pious people out there, and it does mind nutting when like 99% of your meal is whole food plant-based and you've used a bit of flavouring. So I was like, oh no, that's not it. You need to look it up. Really, get over yourself. We're loving this journey. Not enjoying some of the pious pricks that come with it, but hey, that's life, right? But where I'm loving being in the kitchen. I'm loving getting to use everything. The air fryer more, pack the pot loads, and being able to present, you know, these meals, man. Let me get right in the centre so I can go boof, 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 boof. Because I know I've got at least 4 decent pictures on my phone. So yeah, loving it all, and I hope that those of you who are doing it along with me are enjoying it as well. I randomly did a movie review yesterday, and let me tell you what triggered it. I know we've talked about movies on the channel a lot, but never done an actual movie review before, which is why I kept it very short. It was just because Jason and I, enjoyed this movie so much, and the tale it told, and it was very familiar in a lot of ways. I think when you grow up in a working class northern town, there are a lot of similarities to what the Americans would call hillbillies. There are, and so there was a bit of an affinity with the people. Affinity, recognition, acknowledgement. But I'd looked at reviews because it was the day after it came out officially, and everyone was like, it's terrible, Amy Adams made a big mistake, blah, 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 blah. A fine cast of actors but a terrible story. And I was like, really? Anyway, back on the ball with the programme now. How are you doing? How's your journey going? And have you come across, have you made any revelations? Have you tried something really healthy that you really like? Because I'd love to know about it. I hope that you feel like I'm sharing a lot with you, because I am. I'm sharing as much as I can. The few days that I wasn't having just the fruit for my breakfast and then the porridge for my lunch, by the way, what I was doing was I was having the porridge for breakfast, and at lunchtime I was finishing off that hummus I made. I've got a couple of tins left, so I just whacked up a hummus with loads of coriander. It was lovely. I was having that with Ryvitas or corn cakes, like rice cakes but made with corn. I much prefer them. There's a hint of flavour there. And occasionally when you fancy a snack, a wedge of apple with a bit of peanut butter on it, girl, oh my god, girl, it's good. It's really good. Right, so these are the meals and other meals I've discussed that you will probably see over the coming weeks. It's not very bright here, is it at all? I was probably much better further away the whole time. I apologise. It's hard living in this world with the expectations of society and social media as heavy as they can be sometimes, and people thinking they know you because they've watched a few of your videos. Like, right, well, it's hard, you know. Oh, many a true word spoken in jest, guys. Yeah, let me know how you're doing on your journey. Let me know of any wonderful things that you've kind of either found or found again and you're falling back in love with. It's pretty much everything we've been eating, to be honest. It has been so delicious and we've felt so sated afterwards. And that's the important thing, isn't it? That's how you want to feel after a meal. Doing the exercise bike every day. Things are going okay. Things are going okay. And I'm very happy to share the journey with you. So share yours with me. Tell me all of your things. Tell me your secrets. Am I in them? Tell me your dreams. I think that's Madonna. Are you scared? Tell me your stories. I'm not afraid of who you are. We can fly. Can't remember what song it is, but it's from the Erotica album, which Sandra knows very well. Look up the story of Sandra if you haven't on the channel. It's quite interesting. Any road, I'll get off. Journey's going well. Planning works. It helps you too. I'll use this for that for this, that for that. It works. So I would do it a little bit more. The only reason I don't do breakfast and lunch is because they're established now. But evening meals, I'm like, right, let's plot ahead. Let's see where we're going and what we can do. I've waffled, sorry. I love you. I'll speak to you again very soon. Until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. And that means everybody. Be nice, man. It doesn't cost a damn thing. Even if you hate me, I love you.